What's up, YouTube? It's Jackal Goldkick. So, there's a movie series that honestly blew it the most out of any fucking movie series I've seen. And I don't mean like it never had a good movie. I mean, it had one good movie, but then it just fell apart after that. And the series I'm talking about, the one movie series that blew it, is Predator. And this one hurts because I think Predator, the character itself, the series itself, at least the first movie, is really cool. I like the concept of the Predator. It's like this alien creature with these dreadlocks. He looks really cool. He has this really cool design. I like the concept of him hunting humans for sport. He's very strong and powerful, this very tall thing. And, the first Predator movie was awesome. It was badass. You had Arnold Schwarzenegger in there. You had Carl Weathers. You had Jesse Ventura. You had Bill Duke and many other people in there, and it was just a great film. These military soldiers going in, on a mission, and they don't know what they're dealing with, and they're being hunted one by one by the Predator. Such a really good movie. Cool concept. Soldiers going against this alien creature, and Predator himself is awesome. He has this cool technology where he has like this little missile thing or something on his shoulder where he can like kill someone or shoot them with a laser, and he can cloak himself. He has like blades on his arm, and has a very crazy looking face when he has the mask off. But the mask that the Predator has is really cool. But with that being said, that's why this leads to why the video is called the one movie series that blew it. That's the only good Predator movie. Predator 1 with Arnold, to me, is like the only good Predator movie. Every other Predator film fucking sucks. And it disappoints me, and it makes me sad because I really enjoy the first Predator. I like the concept of it. I like the concept of the Predator. I like the Predator character itself. And it's like, they had so much potential. It's like you started off the series strong with Arnold, and then every movie after that has just been garbage after garbage after garbage. And we've had Predator 2. We've had Predator 2, Predators, The Predator, and Prey. Now, I haven't seen Predator 2 in a while. I don't know if I can say it's as bad as Predators and The Predator and Prey, but I didn't remember caring much for Predator 2. It just didn't do anything for me. Like the city setting, Danny Glover is the lead. I don't know, it just didn't do much for me when I saw it. Like, I don't know, like that movie I kind of felt like, this didn't do anything for me, I mean, Arnold was supposed to come back in Predator 2. He had a choice between Predator 2 or Terminator 2. And he chose Terminator 2, which makes more sense because that was more of a hit, and it was, it's one of the biggest movies ever. But he still could have did Predator 2 even after doing Terminator 2. And I just feel like the Predator series has so much wasted potential. And to me, the biggest problem with all of the sequels and all of the Predator films after the first one, the main issue with them is they have a bad cast and bad actors in them, or just not the right actors, maybe is what I should say. Like with Predator 2, a lot of those actors aren't bad. Bill Paxton's good. Danny Glover's good. Ruben Blades is good. Gary Busey's good, but I don't know, like that movie didn't do it for me, and I don't think they really fit a Predator film. Maybe I changed my mind on Predator 2 if I revisited it. I haven't seen it in a long time, to be fair, but that movie just didn't work for me. But it's more so an issue with the later films. Like Predators, I did not care for it. It's basically just like the first one, where this time they're on the Predator planet, but it's just like the first one where it was in a fucking jungle. And I don't really care much for the characters in that one, and I don't care much for the cast. I didn't give a shit about Adrian Brody as the lead. I didn't really like him as the lead. I think he was a wrong choice and a bad choice. Topher Grace was in there, which I like Topher Grace, but putting him in a Predator film, that's like putting Arnold Schwarzenegger in a fucking, in a motherfucking Spy Kids movie, or putting him in a fucking Home Alone movie. I mean, maybe that would work, but you know what I mean? Like, or no, let me think of a better example. That would be like putting, Clint Eastwood and a fucking uh, Godzilla film. I don't know. I can't think of a fucking example. I mean, all that stuff would be better, obviously, to be honest, because they're always are actually good actors. I mean, the only film I don't mind, I've seen a few films I don't mind Adrian Brody in, but I don't think he was a good fit. You know, I didn't like him in that movie for Predators. Like the only actors I liked in Predators, I liked Danny Trejo, but he was a side character. He got killed off. There was this cool Yakuza type dude, but he wasn't really the lead. Lawrence Fishburne was in there, but he wasn't in there that much, and he wasn't even the lead either. And it was just more of a repeat of the first one. And I was just bored with it, and I didn't care much for it. You know, and the biggest problem with it is we're following characters that aren't interesting and we don't give a shit about, you know? So that's the problem with that one. I didn't like Predators, so I already wasn't really impressed and wasn't feeling Predator 2. And it's the same thing with this third one, Predators. Wasn't feeling that one, you know? Because I was wanting to see all these films and, you know, go through and watch them because I always liked the first one. I liked the concept of the series and I liked the Predator character itself. And my goal was to see all these films. And it's like, man, is this just going to be a series where only the first one is good? Sadly, it is. And then after Predators, you have The Predator, which was fucking terrible. You know, that was a terrible fucking film. I don't know if I could say it's the worst one in the series, because in my opinion, that's the next one I'm going to talk about, because I couldn't even finish it. But this one sucked ass. The Predator fucking sucked ass. It was terrible. Like, the cast in The Predator was awful. Complete trash. The actors were just so bland. The characters were just so bland. The comedy they put in there just wasn't funny. They rehashed elements from the first one, the second one. They referenced the second one. They have the big Predator fighting the smaller Predator. They got the Predator dogs. They got terrible dialogue in there. Thomas Jane, a really good actor. He could have been the lead for the film, but instead he's a guy that has Asperger's, and how they wrote him was just so weird, and it wasn't funny. It's like, why does this Predator film have this much fucking comedy? So just like Predators, you have, besides like Thomas Jane, it's more so the character he played, you have a shitty cast and a shitty group of characters. It's like, great, another Predator film where I don't care about these characters. It's like you have the Predator creature himself, you have the concept, but you give us shitty comedy and you give us characters we don't care about and actors we don't care about. So I didn't like The Predator either. I had to force myself to finish the film. Like, this sucks ass. This is terrible. That movie was a piece of shit. I did not like it. It wasn't good at all. And then you have the most recent one, which to me is an overrated film, Prey. I couldn't even finish Prey. I couldn't even fucking finish that movie. That, to me, that's the worst Predator. That is the worst Predator. I couldn't even finish Prey because you have a boring ass lead. You have this woman who is the lead of Prey, and she was fucking boring. I didn't care for her. She had no presence whatsoever in the movie, no charisma, no nothing, including everybody else in the film. None of the actors had any presence, had anything they brought to the screen. They just really didn't. And just like Remember After Life said in his review of Prey, the best actor in the film is the dog. And that was the only character I liked in the film was the dog. I mean, I like the idea in Prey of it going to the Native American era of things, and, you know, Predator fighting animals and fighting a bear. That's pretty cool, but it was just a boring film and I couldn't finish it because I didn't like the lead. She was boring. I didn't like a lot of the actors. It's just this common theme and common problem where it's like the Predator series can't nail an entertaining movie with a good cast and actors. Why is that so hard? You know, I mean, I know Terminator's had its issues, but at least Terminator had another good film, you know, at least. But this series, to me, is like the one movie series I can think of where it fucked everything up, it has the most wasted potential, and it just blew it. And there's so much wasted potential with Predator. It could have been so much more and so much better as a series. And I just don't understand it. It's simple. You make a movie, whether it's cops, ex-convicts that are badasses, ex-Marines, Navy SEALs, whatever it is, some badasses, and have them go toe to toe with the Predator, and get some good actors in there, and then you got a good Predator film. Obviously, you gotta have a good director and dialogue, but the point I'm trying to make is, after like the first Predator film, nailed it. It was a good film. It was entertaining. It was great, but it also gave you an amazing cast and great characters. And the first Predator film did that, and it came out what, in the 80s, I believe. But no other Predator film could do it. Could do it. No other one could do it, because every other Predator film after that I didn't like, and especially the last three. They all had the same problem: shitty characters and shitty actors. It's like, why do we keep putting people that suck for a Predator film? Like, it's not that hard. There's plenty of good actors out there you could put in a Predator film. I mean, I'm not even a director, and I can think of plenty of people that you could put in a Predator film that would be engaging. You could put Liam Neeson in there. You could put Jason Statham in there. You could put fucking Josh Stewart in there, Ethan Hawke. You could put, who else is there? You could put Ice Cube's son in there, O'Shea Jackson Jr. You could put Ice Cube in there, The Rock. You could put Stone Cold in there, Jet Li even, Who else could you put in a Predator film? I'm trying to think of like a newer, like young action star that I think is pretty cool. Oh, the guy that was in Extraction. What the hell's his name? Chris Hemsworth. I think Chris Hemsworth worked. Both of the Extraction films were great. I like both of them. Second one's a lot better, I think, but I like both the Extraction films. Chris Hemsworth, there's plenty of actors that I think would really be able to be a strong lead and would really propel and help give us a good Predator film. There's plenty of choices. And even back in the day, if we could rewrite history, when they were making all these Predator sequels, there were so many other people they could have chosen that would have been better. Before Bruce Willis sadly got his pretty much dementia, they could have used him back in the day. When Patrick Swayze was still alive, they could have used him. When Steven Seagal didn't have as bad of a reputation and didn't have a falling out with directors and wasn't as fat, they could have used him. When Van Damme and like Stallone, Chuck Norris, when they were a lot younger, they could use plenty of those guys for Predator films. And even now, there's plenty of talent, plenty of actors, Or fuck it, you could take the Expendables and just make it a Predator film, You could do that as well. You could put Kurt Russell in a Predator film. Well, maybe he'd be too old, but Wesley Snipes would be great. Wesley Snipes, I wanted back as Blade, and they fucked him over, It would be cool to see Wesley Snipes in a Predator film. He would kick some ass because he knows how to do martial arts. You could have him do martial arts in the Predator, and it disappoints me because I'm a fan of the character, I'm a fan of the concept, and I like the first film, but none of the sequels are good, and I don't like any of them. And I just feel like the series, it has such wasted potential, and it's a shame. All they had to do was, however they made it work with the first one, which is be entertaining, have good writing, have a good director, but also have a good cast and good characters. That's all they had to do, and keep it up with the sequels. That's all they had to do, but they ruined it. Maybe I'll kind of be 50-50 with Predator 2 because I haven't seen it in a while. That one does have a better cast than the last three, but maybe it's more so they just don't fit, or maybe, I don't know what it was of Predator 2. I can't really explain it, but there was just something about that movie that didn't work for me. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I just think that the Predator series is the one movie series that blew it. And I don't think they'll ever be able to make a good one. They've had like 4 chances, because there's how many? There's Predator, Predator 2, Predators, The Predator, and Prey. So they've had like 4 chances after the first one, and they didn't do any good job with any of them whatsoever, and it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Someone sent me an article. Apparently they want to get like Arnold and Danny Glover for the Prey sequel, which I don't care for a sequel to Prey, but I mean, it'd be cool if they showed up, but I doubt they'd be the lead, and plus they're too old at this point. But I would rather watch them at their old age than them just fuck it up again or have that lead from Prey. It's just a shame because, you know, like I said, I'm not a film director, but in my opinion, it's so easy to make a good Predator film. You just have good cast, have good characters you care about, and do what the first film did, and just like change it up a little bit. You could do a Predator film that's set in like a forest, park ranger type park, where like some park rangers have to deal with them. You could do a Predator film in like Mexico and Texas border, where they're dealing with cartels and border patrol agents are going up against Predator. You could do a Predator film, I think Remember After Life or someone mentioned this, where it's like an Antarctica base or something like that. You could do a Predator film in different time periods, you know. I mean, Prey did that, but it didn't work really well. But, you know, there's plenty of actors, you know. Like I said, there's plenty of choices. You know, there's a lot of people out there. Make a new Predator film and have it be more like the first one. Well, not that. I don't mean to say that, but if you want to do a good Predator film, have it be entertaining, have a good director, have good writing, and just pick somebody or a multitude of actors that are good. You know, you could have Wesley Snipes, Chris Hemsworth, you could have Jason Statham, you could have Jet Li, you could have Josh Stewart from The Collector, you could have Ethan Hawke, you could have Liam Neeson. There's plenty of people to choose. Any of them, The Rock, Stone Cold. Hell, I'd even take Batista. You know, I'd even take Batista. Batista's a pretty good actor. I wasn't a huge fan of Army of the Dead, but I liked him in that. I thought he was impressive in, what was it, Cabin in the Woods? I'd even take Batista as the lead in a Predator film, you know? If they had to go to that, I would even take Batista. There's him, there's plenty of people they could use for a Predator film, but I don't know what it is with Hollywood, man. Whoever runs the Predator series or makes these decisions, Hollywood, whoever, they don't know what the hell they're doing, man. They really don't know what the hell they're doing. Because, I don't know, I don't want to go on any further. I've been rambling and repeating myself a lot, and I've said what I needed to say, but yeah, the one movie series that blew it is Predator. Love the first one, but all the sequels suck, and it disappoints me that the franchise never really picked back up its steam again and made another good film. It's a damn shame, and I don't think that's ever going to change. But I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. So that's all I got to say in this video. Peace.